Hello, Renee Flamond here, and Minnie. I'm making her sit here today. Many of you have expressed that you've missed her, as she's been in the corner over there, huddled because of thunder season. It's not thundering just yet. I put her on this pillow, and hopefully she'll sit with us. One of the things I hear about constantly, is that, and women especially, we feel we're not enough and that's why the narcissist left. Or we're not as good as the next person and that's why they didn't choose us. Or we're not better, they're better than us, that's why they left us. We're not desirable enough, or they didn't love us enough, they're not even hoovering us. Like, everything that the narcissist does or doesn't do, it seems I hear it a lot. We women, and I do think it's mostly the women, we put that on ourselves as our value not being enough, and that's why the narcissist didn't choose us, didn't hoover us, chose somebody else, left us, cheated on us, lied to. I don't know how, and I read it over and over again, it's so clear, the message, but I went through the same exact thing, and the message is very, very clear. Nothing that the narcissist does or doesn't do has anything at all to do with us. Not good or bad. Not good or bad. Oh, he loves me so much. Look what he did for me. Nope, didn't do that for you. I can't. He must really not like me if he could treat me like that. Like, here she goes, see? No, please stay with us. Your people miss you. Nothing to do with us. So not only does it not punctuate that it has nothing to do with you being better than the person after you or worse than the person after you or they're better than you. None of you have anything to do with why the narcissist. She doesn't either. The next person. She wasn't better and that's why his head snapped around when he saw her and it's like the movies. Are you out of your mind? They were at the part of the cycle with you that was the devalue. And they are at the part of the cycle for them that is new supply. That's it. And it was time for him to move on. One person will never ever satisfy a narcissist. They have to go out and seek. And it doesn't matter how much we love them. You can love them the best anyone's ever loved anyone in the history of the planet. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with you, me, us. And I felt that. I have to say, that was a tough one for me because I kept feeling like, when I was going through it, well, why didn't he pick me? I gave him everything. Why didn't he pick me? Why did he need her or her or her? What? Here she goes. What's the matter, Mommy? Oh, I can't take it. Why wasn't I enough if I was bestowing all of this love upon them? Bye-bye. And then you start to feel inferior to the next person, even though you're looking at the next person, if you know them, or maybe you don't know them, and you're looking at them thinking, well, why? I was everything to him. What does she have? That is never the question that we should ask ourselves or focus on in this kind of a relationship with this kind of a person. If it were a non-disordered individual and there was a couple and somebody cheated and somebody stepped out on each other, then maybe that's a question you could say, what did I do? What was wrong with us as a couple? What did I miss? What did you miss? How can we fix this? What happened? You can ask those questions if it's a non-disordered individual. But with a person with narcissistic personality disorder, it's part of their cycle. They're going to do it. It's not a question of, oh, but he really looks happy with that one. He's going to do it with that person also. Oh, my God, yes. Every person that they're with, they're going to do the same thing to. Don't get fooled if you see them looking happy and whatever, and think that means she's better than you, or she gave him more than you, or she just happens to be in the love bombing, let's take a picture phase of the relationship with him. And even if you say to yourself, well, not for nothing, but it was only 6 months we had that, and we were already fighting. He's been with her a year, they still look happy. A, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. And B, the love bombing phase can vary in length depending on how long the person, the victim, can put up with things. The second they show any true color or question the existence or pose any kind of boundary or have any kind of comment, criticism, whatever, to the narcissist, they're going to start getting devalued as well. And then he's going to pick another person. And that doesn't mean that they weren't as good as the next person. It doesn't mean that the next person's better than them. They're moving through the cycle. The people don't matter who are on the cycle. Sure, they're going to pick a cute person, a funny person, a successful person, because they want to be around those kind of people so that they feel that way. Right? So they're going to try and do that. Which brings me to my next point. If anything, that fact that they want to pick people that are, have their stuff together. They like you to have your stuff together. They like you to have money. They like you to be pretty. They like you to be intelligent, funny, all of that, until that gets too much for them. But they like to pick those people, right? Which, my next point is then, maybe they picked too well and we're too much for them. Which is, not maybe, that's definitely what ends up happening, is once they start to feel inferior to the superior being that is you that they picked, that's when they're going to start to devalue. So it's not that you're not better and that's why you weren't chosen or kept by the narcissist or hoovered by the narcissist or not ever cheated on by the narcissist. He was never going to keep us. The only person the narcissist will keep is, like I said on another video, and my narcissist had 2 wives. They held down the fort, home base, but he told me he was all over the place right through 2 15-year marriages. All over the place. Would take jobs out of town for like 2 years, cheated. So they're holding down a base, but to the world it looked like, oh, he's married 15 years. Are you crazy? That's no marriage I would want. That doesn't count. She didn't win. Do you think she won? Both wives, I can't imagine what they went through. I can't, and I know some of it, and I'm so with them, and not, he would tell me stories, and I would say, what is wrong with you? I would say to him, over his behavior with them. It didn't mean that his second wife was better than the first. It didn't mean that I was better than his last girlfriend. His next girlfriend, that doesn't mean she's better than me. It's all just the cycle. And the fact that you are so good and so fabulous made him have to leave. I'm way too good for my narcissist. He caught that, he saw it, and that's why he started to devalue me. Absolutely 100%. Absolutely 100%. Throw in a little visit from my younger brother, who has his stuff together. A little bit, last year this was, and I thought, whoa, this is bothering. I could see it bothering the narcissist. The narcissist is older than I am, so he's way older than my younger brother, and my younger brother's got his stuff together. And I'm watching the narcissist squirm with every word my brother said. Building a new house, kids are in college, like his stuff's together. And I thought, he is uncomfortable around people, especially men, who are successful, and he isn't. In his mind, right? Because they have a complete, and he wasn't either in true life, but I mean, in their mind, way inside, they have a self-hatred, right? So even if they're outwardly successful, they have a self-hatred. Mine wasn't even outwardly successful. He had nothing in life about which he could be proud at this juncture of his life. And he's 63 years old. So don't ever think that I got off track there, but that you're not, that they're better, or you're not the better one. We are not in competition with each other. We supplies are not in competition with each other. We're all somewhere in the cycle, like I just made that video, right? So you have to empathize with the new supply, you a new supply. She has to empathize with you being X supply. When she becomes X supply, she'll understand what you're going through. Watching him do all that to you, with her, or him, whatever your pronouns are. We've already discussed that. But you know what I mean? We're not in competition with each other. Nobody's better than anybody. Now again, you might say, well, not for, my new supply knew about me and she stole them right out from under me. Okay, so she has an extra dose of evil in her. What can I say? But for the most part, it's always on the down low that these narcissists go and groom new supply and have them waiting in the wings. If yours has been right in your face and there was a girl that did that, you know what, sister, shame on you. We should all behave better to each other. That would be the first step in changing the narcissist, is not give him any audience. It's a bigger problem than that, though. It's so vast, and we're just starting. But it is my concern. I hear it again and again. Women, please, and men, if it's you too. We have to stop, and I'm guilty of it too. If you get a pang, they come and go, you know, oh my God, you know, what did I do? Or not so much that. It's more like, how did I get involved in that? But sometimes there is a pang of, I can't describe. Not is he happy now, but like I wonder how he's treating her now. I wonder what phase she's in now. And if it is love bombing, I get a pang of she's getting that side of him now. And that gives you a little bit of a, it's not even jealousy at all. And I don't think she's better than me. It's just, if it were real, it's a good thing to hear good things being told to you. I'm so far into now knowing that that's a fantasy and a delivery that's coming from something that's not real, that it's not like I'm longing for that from him, but deep down I think that the education and empowerment has solidified knowing not to ever be jealous of the new supply or anything like that. And it's solidified knowing that whatever she's going through, if he's on to like a 10th person and he's in a new love bombing phase again, which I have no idea, then yeah, you kind of think they're getting that charming person. But so I don't know what that's called. And if that's a pang you're getting, we need to eradicate that. And I can't describe the pang, but I know you know what I mean. It's just like, ugh, because you know how good he was when he was good. But you have to just remind yourself. She's not better that she's getting it. She's just the person in the stage that's going to be getting that right now. And he's not going to keep her either. And he may or may not hoover her either. The hoover has nothing to do with whether you're better than a person who is getting hoovered or not either. It just depends on, is he bored? Does he want you? Did you do something for him that he's looking for? Did the other people not answer his phone call? Are you first on the bench or seventh? Who knows what order they make their phone calls? The hoovering doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you're better either. Everything they do has to do with what they want at the time, not whether or not you're better. Please, please don't ever think that.